Hello everybody, this is Vasily from At Home Tuition. In the lesson Trigonometric Function, we should know the basic concepts about the trigonometry, the right angle triangle and its sides, okay? So here I have just summed up all the basic concepts together. The first one is that using Pythagoras formula in the right angle triangle. That is, when two sides are given, they may ask you to find out the third side. For that, what we do is, the sides we take it as, the longest side will be taken as hypotenuse always. Where you place the angle, okay? From that point, you just see which side is opposite and you take that as opposite side. Since the theta is here, the opposite of it, I have taken it as opposite side, and the side next to it I have taken as adjacent side. So likewise, in case in the second picture I have given you the theta at this point. So here the longest side, however, is going to be the hypotenuse only, but your opposite side would be the side opposite to theta, and so this would be the opposite side, and here this would be the adjacent side. So you have to make clear distinction between the opposite and adjacent side, wherein they both depend upon the angle, okay? Now, the Pythagoras formula is c square is equal to a square plus b square, right? So I am using the same concept here. So my hypotenuse square would be opposite square plus adjacent square. From this you can also derive at what is your opposite side. So opposite square will be equal to, from the hypotenuse side you take away the known side, okay? So that's hypotenuse square minus the adjacent square, and for finding out the adjacent side you use adjacent square equals hypotenuse square minus the opposite side square, okay? So you can use these formula to find out one of the sides if they have asked, okay, when other two sides are given. Now, besides this, you have 6 trigonometric ratios. So the first one is sine. The sine theta is nothing but opposite side, I put O for opposite side, over the hypotenuse side. Let H be the hypotenuse side, okay? Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So your cos would be, your cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, okay? The tan theta is sine over cos. So this is equal to sine theta over cos theta. So you know your sine is opposite over hypotenuse, right? Divided by adjacent over hypotenuse. The hypotenuse would get cancelled and hence you would get tan theta as opposite over adjacent, okay? Now, if you know these 3 ratios, the other 3 ratios are very easy because you have the next one as cosecant theta. This is the reciprocal of sine theta. So that's 1 over sine theta. So the reciprocal of sine theta means sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. This would be hypotenuse over opposite. Next is secant theta. Secant theta is, when cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sine theta, I can say sine theta is also the reciprocal of cosecant theta, right? So I just mentioned that also here. It is all interrelated. Now, the secant theta is reciprocal of cos theta. So you know cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So here it is the reciprocal. So that means here this is hypotenuse over adjacent. So your cosecant theta is equal to 1 over the reciprocal of secant theta, right? You can immediately fill in that also. Now the cot theta would be the reciprocal of tan. So that means it is cos over sine, okay? I said tan is sine over cos. So cot would be cos over sine and the side would be adjacent over opposite, okay? And similarly the tan theta is also the reciprocal of cot theta. Understood? Just be clear, we have learnt all this at different classes previously. I'm just putting it together here, okay? Then the trigonometric values. Now you have learned the trigonometric values in degree measures, right? Here I have just, in the degree measures I have converted to radians and I have written here. So this pi over 60 would be 30 degrees, okay? And pi over 4 is 45 degrees. This one is 60 degrees and this would be 90 degrees. This is 180 degrees, 270 degrees and 360 degrees. Okay, I have taken the complete rotation here. This is radians. Okay, here I have shown it in radians and here I have written it in degree measures. Okay, so no confusion. We already know the degree measures of sine, cos and tan. So I have filled in here. Here you have sine 0 is 0. I'll tell you the easy way to remember this. You just learn the sine theta alone, the values of sine theta. So it is 0 and at 30 degree it is half. At pi by 4 it is 1 by root 2. At pi by 3 it is root 3 by 2. And at 90 it is 1. At pi it is 0. And at 370 it is negative 1. And at 360 it is 0. Okay. If you learn this, the values from 0 to 90 degree, you just write it in reverse order for the cos. Okay. See, the 90 degree over here would become the 0 degree. And see, this is written in the reverse order. Okay. So you can just write it in reverse. And here 180 degree of cos would be negative 1 and 270 degree is 0. And here this is 360 degree is 1. Okay. Then for tan, it is 0, 1 by root 3 and the numerator you write for 45 degrees, the denominator you write for 60 degree. And at 90 degree it is not defined because it becomes infinity. And here 180 degree is 0, 270 is again not defined and this 360 is 0. Okay. Now I can tell you the cosec, sec and cot is the reciprocal of sine, cos and tan. That's what we learned, right? So you can fill in these blocks by putting the reciprocal of what we have here. Okay. So sine, cosec is the reciprocal of sine. So here it would be 0. The reciprocal of 0 would be 1 over 0. So that is not defined, right? So I just write not defined here. And here this is 2 over 1, which is 2. Here it is root 2 over 1, so that is root 2. And the sine 60 or pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. So here it is 2 over root 3. Understood? This is 1 over 1, right? So that's 1. Here it's 1 over 0, not defined. Here again it is 1 over negative 1, so that's negative 1. Here again it is not defined. Okay. So I just filled in. If you know the sine value, doing cosecant is very easy. And the cos, I told you, you just write the reverse of sine, right? And for secant, it is just the reciprocal of cos. So here it is 1, right? 1 over 1 is 1. And this is 2 over root 3. Okay, you can fill in no time. This is root 2 again. And here it's 2. And here it is 1 over 0. 1 over 0 is not defined. This is 1 over negative 1, so it is negative 1. Here again it is 1 over 0, not defined. This is 1 over 1, 1. Okay. Now for the cot, it is the reciprocal of tan. So that's 1 over 0, which is not defined. Here it is root 3. Here it's 1 over 1, 1. So here it is 1 over root 3. Okay. I'm just writing the reciprocal. This is not defined again because it's 1 over 0. Now here it is 0 over 1. So it is 0. This one would be like not defined again. And this is 0 and not defined. Okay. So likewise you can fill in the trigonometric values. See, you have special triangles. We have done that in some other class before. Anyway, I'll just mention it once again. You have two special triangles. One is isosceles right triangle. So it would be like 45 degrees on both the corners. Okay. And next one is 30, 60, 90 degree right triangle. Okay. So we can take it as like 30 and 60. Here this is 1, 1 and root 2. Here this is 1, 2 and root 3. Okay. So if you remember these two triangles also, you can fill in this table. Like, just imagine you want to know what is cos 30 degrees. So cos 30, you go to this 30 degree angle, and cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So that is root 3 over 2. So you got that here. Okay. Likewise, you can fill in this table also. Okay. Besides this, you have to know what is the sign of the trigonometric functions at an xy plane. Okay. So here I have just taken a graph, and the horizontal line I have taken it as x-axis and the vertical line is y-axis. And I have divided the xy graph into 4 quadrants. This is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Okay. So at quadrant 1, all your 6 ratios are positive. Okay. All are positive. So I just write A. Okay. For you to remember this, I would just like to tell you one sentence. Just remember this sentence. It is all silver tea cups. Okay. So let us fill in that. The first letters alone I just use here. All silver tea cups. So it is A here, means all your 6 ratios are positive. Here it is S. Silver is S. So here only your sine and its reciprocal is cosec, right? Sine and cosec is positive. Okay. Here in the third quadrant it is T. T stands for tan and its reciprocal cot. So at the third quadrant only tan and cot are positive, the rest are all negative. And in the fourth quadrant it is cups, C, which means cos and secant. Okay. So in the fourth quadrant your cos and secant are positive and all other ratios are negative. In the first quadrant all the ratios are positive. Okay. Just remember these basic concepts. We have more to do on this trigonometric functions. Meet you soon with other topics. See you. Bye.